Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Corey Coles, and let's get talking about some sports business. So today, everybody has been talking about this Russell Wilson new contract or trade deadline talk. Russell Wilson, in essence, wants a new escalated cap deal. What that means is he wants his guaranteed money, but in addition to his guaranteed money, if the salary cap goes up, he wants a percentage or pay raise every single time the salary cap goes up. And he's given them a deadline of today to say, hey, either you guys are going to sign me to a long-term deal, or when my contract is up, I'm no longer going to sign with you guys. I mean, he does have 1 year remaining on his deal, and he has a couple of franchise tags that the Seattle Seahawks can go ahead and definitely place on him. It says here that the first franchise tag they'll give him for 17, then the next franchise tag will be for 30, and the next franchise will be for 36. So he could make upwards of about close to 80 million plus in salary cap, or not salary cap, but franchise tag money. But that new deal in itself is going to be something that's never been done before. His agent is a baseball agent. He has a baseball agent. The only football representation or guy that he has in the league, his agent, the only guy that he has in the league is Russell Wilson. And I don't believe that in the league right now, especially considering the fact that after this upcoming season, the CBA or the collective bargaining agreement is ending, I don't see any organization, let alone the Seattle Seahawks, giving him that type of deal, the deal that he wants, which is going to be ridiculous, making him the highest paid quarterback in the league, probably you could say almost every year, because the salary cap is going to go up every year because not players, but organizations make more money. Organizations are making more money each year because they get each franchise gets new sponsors. They get, television money. The NFL as a whole branches out into other areas, not just as it relates to, like, they're going to Mexico, they're going to England, they're going to other places. So there's so much more money to be had in the game of football in the future, which is another reason why the collective bargaining agreement, the renegotiation of the CBA is going to be so huge, because you have a lot of guys right now that are signing these major deals. And the thing about it is that under the current CBA, especially with organizational allocation boards, there's only going to be so much money these guys are going to be able to make. But if you notice, a lot of organizations are giving guys these major deals because they know the collective bargaining agreement is going to end. So they're trying to do all this in good faith. But you have a lot of guys like Richard Sherman and others who are saying, look, we're holding out regardless. This CBA deal, we want a whole new structure, and we want money in areas that we didn't get money in before. So even when you got guys like Earl Thomas and all these guys signing these deals, most of all these deals are going to have to be relooked at anyways because the new CBA is coming into place. So Russell Wilson trying to get this type of deal before the new CBA comes in, I don't see it happening. I'm not sure if he stays with Seattle. He has his hand in a lot of places in Seattle with Mercedes-Benz and other things that he's doing with organizations, be it for the youth, nonprofit, whatever you may have it. But with his wife being a singer, and in addition to that, him probably wanting to expand his brand. Because, for example, he has his own shoe with Nike. Nobody knows. Reason being is because the release was done in Seattle. Not very many people know about his cross-training shoe, because of where he's located, which is the reason why people who were talking about Le'Veon Bell, for example, and they were saying, hey, Le'Veon, you're going to lose so much money. You lost money because you set out, and hey, you signed with the New York Jets, but that you didn't get what you were asking for. But he actually did, because it's called aftermarket money, i.e. endorsement deal money. And what happens is in certain places like in California or New York, you have other markets that you can tap into outside of the game that will help you to generate enough money to make up whatever the case may be. For example, those of y'all who do not know, my brother is former New York Jet Laveranues Coles. And for example, he had a deal with Reebok. He had a deal with LG TV. He had a deal with Pepsi. He had all these other things that people did not know about. But it was after they did not know about it. True enough, they did not know about it because of the simple fact that my brother hates cameras. But that's a whole nother subject for a whole nother time. But you were able to generate so much money off the field, which is the reason why when they were talking about Tyrann Mathieu's tweet about Russell Wilson wanting to go to New York, he wants to go to places where the market outside of the game will help him to be able to expand his brand and help him to be able to pad his pockets. In addition to helping out his wife, it's not just about his wife, which is what a lot of media, blog sources, and everybody else is saying. But Russell Wilson has a brand, like so many other athletes, which is the reason why they're so careful about their bodies and so many things of that nature, because their brand is their body. Their brand is their image. Their brand is extended beyond the game. And so once you get that understanding, then it helps you to get a better perspective of what a lot of these guys are trying to do. And in Russell Wilson's case, I just don't see him getting that type of deal, especially not from the Seattle Seahawks. Honestly, I don't know if he'll get that deal anytime soon. And he's trying to change the market or revolutionize the market. And with everything that's going on right now, especially, like I said, so close to the renegotiations of the collective bargaining agreement, I just don't see it happening, let alone the fact that there's a couple of things that also kind of go against Russell Wilson in the fact that he did win Super Bowls. He did win playoff games, but he's always had top tier talent on the other side of the ball. He had the Legion of Boom. He has Bobby Wagner. He had Michael Bennett. He had Earl Thomas. He had Cam Chancellor. He had Richard Sherman. You come now, he still has Bobby Wagner. He still has guys that are solidified on the defensive side of the ball. He has a great story in the Griffin twins. So he has the one, there's the one that's missing, his hand, and there's the other brother who's a starting corner for that team. He has always had guys that on the other side of the ball, the defensive side of the ball, that have helped the Seahawks stay in games, right? Not saying that Russell Wilson is not a great quarterback, because there's a lot of quarterbacks in the league right now that are getting paid more than Russell Wilson that shouldn't be getting paid more than Russell Wilson. But the type of deal that Russell Wilson wants ultimately will not work in his favor. Will he be able to get those things in the future? Yes, but right now the answer is no.